Hey everybody, Thunder here. Well, the name of this video is going to be UXA. UXA. And first of all, I just want to get everybody's first reaction to what they think UXA means. So before you hear the rest of this video, I want you to just go off your gut feeling as to what you think UXA means right now without hearing the rest of the video, and then comment in the comment section about what first came to your mind when you heard UXA. Now that I've got that out of the way, let me tell you what this relates to. So as many of you know, especially those in the Campfire Council, I have been studying for my FCC license for ham operator, shortwave, and for those of you who don't know what ham means, it means shortwave amateur radio. It's not really amateur though, the test you gotta pass. And I just passed my technician's test, which wasn't all that easy. Some might say it is, but it would be those of us who know electronics, not those of us or those out there who don't. Anyway, getting back to the point here, I just passed my technician's exam and received what they call letters. Okay. Now the call letters that I had when I was a kid, when I first got this, which has since expired, were KN7SWG. KN7SWG. The N stood for novice, okay? And so when you used your call sign, it would be Kilo November 7 Sierra Whiskey Golf in the phonetic alphabet. So I'm looking online today to see, because I know that they were going to issue my license, having passed the exam, and they issue it online, and I'm going, what's my number going to be? Let me preface this by saying that I have an opportunity to get what they call a vanity call sign and change my number, maybe to the original one I had. But I don't want to lose you here now, so stick with me. So I got the call letters Kilo 6 Uniform X-ray Alpha. Okay, that's my call sign. Kilo 6 Uniform X-ray Alpha. Now that's what's the title of this video, UXA, and I laughed my ass off. I mean, you couldn't make this stuff up. UXA. My first thoughts when seeing that was Xing out the USA. You know, UXA, Xing out the USA. And that could have several meanings from a Native American point of view. It could mean, yeah, Xing out the USA because they screwed us over. From a patriot's point of view, a real patriot, it could be, yeah, the USA doesn't exist anymore. It's been X'd out, the original founding fathers' constitution and all that bullshit. And then I got somebody else gave me some further feedback and said, UXA, that rolls off the tongue. What's that mean? X-rated America? UXA? You couldn't make this shit up, could you? I'm laughing about it. I still don't know whether I'm going to keep it. It is unique. How many people get Uniform X-ray Alpha, UXA, you know? Because when you're broadcasting, you know, you go kind of fast. You could be going, you know, this is KK6 UXA. What did you say? UXA or USA? It's funny. Excuse me. So I wanted to get some feedback as to what people thought what you people think out there of that call sign. Do they have my number? Do they know? Do the feds know that Thunder is not really pro-America, so they give you UXA? Oh, it's too friggin' funny, isn't it? Basically, that's all I wanted to talk about today. If you want to congratulate me on getting my call sign and my FCC license, I have several licenses from the federal government, the feds, including pilots' licenses and meteorologist licenses, and now this radio license, which allows you to speak on a radio this big or one this big, depending. Maybe I'll talk a little bit about that because people might be interested, but you can get a handheld for a relatively cheap price, little antenna on it. They call it a rubber ducky, and you can talk into that thing. And there's repeaters, there's towers on mountains that your signal hits it, maybe it's 20 miles, and it will repeat your signal and amplify it and send it to another repeater. So you can end up talking to somebody 1,000 miles away, or if it's a day where there's sunspot activity and the conditions are right in the atmosphere, you can bounce your signal and actually talk to somebody in Russia or China or somewhere around the world. I think it's very interesting. I got into it because of a sentimental reason, but there's other reasons to get into shortwave, because when the shit goes down, that's all it's going to be left, brothers and sisters. If that, but if anything's left, it'll be shortwave operators connecting with people around the world. And, well, you might say, well, what if the electricity's down? Well, it doesn't matter, because most of these guys that are mobile shortwave or field shortwave, operate off power packs and 12-volt batteries and 12-volt power supplies, and they have what they call dipole antennas that are just pieces of wire that you set up out in the country. Just stick 2 stakes in the ground and string some wire across with little adjusters on it. It's called a dipole, okay, and you can friggin' bounce signals off the moon. Okay, people do that all the time, and you're going, what? Well, that's a fact, okay, that signals are being bounced off the moon, in the right conditions, off the ionosphere, off the, what they call, the scatter or the skip, okay, in the app, and that means bouncing the waves off the ionosphere, bouncing it back down to Earth, because line of sight ain't that far. It's the curvature of the Earth, so you got to bounce stuff, and you can do that, and radio waves travel at the speed of light. So what's that, 300 million miles a second or something? So we got all kinds of radio waves, but the point I'm trying to make here, people, is that the preppers are really into this, and the survivalists, because when the shit hits the fan and all the cell phones go down and all the communication goes down, that could happen in several different ways. They could either shut it down, or if we get a large X-class flare, it could burn all the satellite systems and everything up. It could cripple communications. An EMP blast from a foreign nation or a bomb could shut everything down. So, some of these repeaters will be shut down, but there's still guys that have power packs with antennas that are 100 feet high that'll be talking to each other around the world, and that'll be the only way if anybody else survived. Or it could be a nuclear winter. Whatever. Not that all this stuff's going to do that much good, but it's kind of interesting to think about. It's kind of fun. And I got into it because I like the Morse code. I always like sending the Morse code, which is sent with a telegraph key, like in the old days. And it's a series of dits and daws, little dots and dashes, okay? For instance, my name is dit da dit da 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 dit 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 da dit in code. Or it could be da dit 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 da da dit da dit 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 da dit, which is thunder. And some people send that up to like 50 words a minute, and the brain actually adapts and hears dots and dashes as whole sentences or words, even when it's going fast, like you know, even when it's going that fast. You learn to copy that in your head, and you learn to hear words instead of dots and dashes. Isn't the brain amazing how it can reprogram itself to... It's almost like learning a foreign language. You just get used to the sounds, and pretty soon your mind, being the ultimate computer that it is, associates those sounds with words, sentences, and so forth. And being a drummer, it's actually rhythmic, you know. For instance, the letter P, da da dit, da da dit. Okay, da da dit is just a rhythm. Or when you send a sign out there that's calling for people, which is called CQ, da 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 dit da da da. Okay, it's almost like a rhythm, da 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 dit da da da. And you hear that rhythm, you hear that sound, and you just go, yeah, that's CQ. Anyway, I just thought I'd give you a few little, for those people that wanted to learn a little bit more about ham radio. But we can get into the philosophical aspects of this this arrangement of, in my call sign here, this UXA again. Man, that's going to make for great conversations. It's going to get me into a shitload of trouble. I mean, they're going to, you know, hams are going to come back being like they are. They're inquisitive, humorous, dry. They're people. They have their own language. When they hear UXA, they're going to go, "Where'd you get that call? UXA, USA, UXA." How do you respond when they say, I don't know, the conversations are going to be interesting, you know. If I was to say, well, being a Native American, that really doesn't bother me that much because I don't mind if they X out the USA, or see, that's the kind of shit that's going to get me in trouble. So I don't know. I could get my old call sign, which was KN7SWG, Sierra Whiskey Golf. What do you guys think? Give me some feedback. Tell me what you think. I think it's kind of, I always thought that it's kind of unique to go with, you know, the luck of the draw sometimes, you know, the cards you're dealt, play them as best you can. And that's kind of like life too, you know. But being the rebel I am, when you think about it, that is the perfect call sign. That's why it's hard for me to like, well, I don't know if I want to change that or not and go to my original one. UXA, you couldn't make this stuff up, could you? Being is that the USA has basically X'd itself out of existence, or is X'd out of existence because of the dismantling of the Constitution. So that USA, the founding fathers crap, you know, is gone. And people are endeared, World War II veterans and that type of thing, to the old USA, which is gone. So this might be a great conversation piece. Maybe it was meant to be for Thunder. I can see it now. To shake up the communities out there and see how many people are hip to this kind of thing. You know, that community is an interesting community because they have very open minds, They know what it means to be regulated, okay. But some of them are what I call jingoists, just flag wavers, USA. Or some of them might be thinkers, UXA. Oh yeah, the UXA is no longer in existence. Then you got the fringe group, like I said, with the UXA X-rated. So I'm just doing this video because I haven't done a video in a while, number one. And I don't want to disappoint all my fans out there. Just kidding. I'm doing it because of that, and I'm doing it because I thought it would be interesting to get some feedback on this. Maybe it'll help me make a decision. So give me your feedback, anybody that watches this video, and tell me what you think. I want you to vote on it. I want your first initial impressions when you saw the UXA on the video, and I might put a little thumbnail up. I don't know what kind of thumbnail I can put up for that. I wonder what kind of images I'll get if I type in UXA on Google. Now that'll be interesting. And I'll put one of those up. Maybe it'll be perverted. No, we got to keep our cool here. You can't even, I know I cuss on these videos, but you cannot cuss over the air as a amateur operator. You just cannot. You can imply. And the license is too hard to get. Now, someday when the shit hits the fan, it ain't going to make any difference whether you got a license or not, okay? But for you preppers out there, you got to jump through the hoops, okay? And get licensed now so you can practice and get out on the network. And those of you that are interested, you can get into this ham radio for under $1,000, for under $500. I mean, for as little as $100, you can get a handheld radio and start skipping around with it. The only hard part is studying for the exam. And so you got to know things about circuitry and what causes, voltage and wattage and ohms, units of resistance and electrical circuits. And you got to be savvy, a bit savvy on rules, regulations, all that bullshit that you got to go through. But my left brain has kind of always been that way. That's why I'm a pilot, and that's why, I've done things like that. And then on the other extreme, I'm totally shamanistic, totally right brain. So, but there's a right brain side to everything. There's a creative side, there's an artful side. In fact, they call the art of radio sometimes the art of amateur radio, because when you get into code especially, it is an art, okay? So anyway, I'm rambling on now, so I'll just kind of end this video. I just wanted to put this out there and get some feedback. And so this is Kilo 6. Kilo 6. Uniform X-ray Alpha. Kilo 6. Uniform X-ray Alpha. UXA. Signing off. Over.